From morning till sunset the shavings fall, sharing old stories while we carve and install. One piece at a time like memories we weave, in the heart of this workshop we never leave. A little bit of patience, a little bit of care. Just like a good friend, you've got to be there. Sand down the rough spots, smooth out the lines, and what we create will stand the test of time. So here's to the hammers, the sawdust, the glue, but most of all, here's to friends like you. What's up, folks? Welcome back. Another edition of DeLand's Handmade Woodworking Live.
How you guys doing? So did you guys catch the guest in the opening? 'Cause I bet if you saw it, you're like, oh man, I knew it. Or really? That's not a chick. Who is it? And don't go back and watch it. You're going to have to wait until we bring the person out. So I am seeing so many people talking in chat. I just want to say thank you very much for being here.
Absolutely. Quick note. CNG, your stuff is in the mail. And Suzanne, I believe. Yeah. Anyway. The wonderful Miss Rhinestone.
Michael Lass is like, I knew it. Hi, Runic.
I was trying to hold out. I got another set of stickers coming. That's my logo, but they didn't get here, so those will be for a later date, I guess. Whatever.
But what did come in, and I was confused. I know last week Rusty talked about something that he ordered, and he didn't tell me what it is. Well, I got a package today from a dude named John. Just John in New York. No last name, no nothing. And if you didn't see the short I put out, it's actually a pack of pens. And one pen.
Dang, Perry. Thank you, brother. That's awesome.
DeLand's, what? Holy crap, Perry. Thank you so much. Man, you're awesome. One pen says DeLand's Handmade Woodworking. And the other pen says, whatever, Professor Rusty. So they're pretty cool. And they write really well. I tried them. So they're here. And no, Tim's list. I'm gonna say John did not turn them himself. Because they're nice pens. Don't get me wrong. They're nice pens. And they have like an iPad topper on top where you can hit your iPad or stylus. I think it's called a stylus.
Yeah.
so you can write with it and then use the stylist. Cool.
What?
So, Rusty, you want to say hi to everybody that's in chat?
Yeah, Bear's saying I got my urinal hat. Yeah, okay. So what?
Wait, you've got a urinal hat or Bear has it?
Yeah, I see that Rusty has that urinal hat on again. But I mean, come on. Whatever. All right, who do we got in here? We got Kevin
He's just
Durkin,
jealous.
CNG Creations, Michael S., the boss lady, and that guy that hangs around her. Dad Carves, Amy Joe, Creation Dust, I think I said, Carving Wizard, Ray and Sandy, Tim List, Small Woodlot, Amy Joe, Michael S., if I didn't, Belinda S. Is that any relation to Michael S. or I don't know. I seen we had Mike is making stuff, Last Breath, and I'm trying to find see everybody. I'm a little slow. I don't think I missed anybody. Ray and Sandy, I said them, didn't I? Anyway, thank y'all. Freaking awesome.
No, Michael S. They write.
It writes. It writes.
Yeah, it writes, and it writes really, really nice. I want to give a shout out to the channel members: Amy Joe, Ryan Stone, Suzanne, Melissa Downing, Jay Creates, Greg Reynolds, and Oli Makes. Wait a second. Somebody just throw something else out there?
I don't think so. Right. I don't see nothing.
All right. And Greg Reynolds, he sent me some pictures on Facebook.
Whoa. We don't, this is a family show.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. All right. So anyway, I just want to give a shout out to all the channel members and thank you. Next week is next month.
Oh shit, new member.
Nice. Thank you, Mike, is making stuff, and I will add you out to the shout out. Appreciate it.
I can do that right now.
Next week is the 1st, so it's a new month. We are going to do a members only giveaway, and I'm hoping to do an everybody giveaway. So be looking forward to that. I know what the members only giveaway is going to be. I am trying to figure out what the everybody giveaway is going to be. I've been in contact with a company that states they're going to send me out a table, a workstation to review, and they're supposed to be sending me out some samples for the viewers and everybody. So we're gonna see what that's like.
Did I miss Amy Joe and Baby Kisses? I didn't see her before. Baby Kisses, welcome. New beginnings. What's up? Sorry if I missed you, Amy Joe. Whatever. I'm slow.
So we've left Baby backstage for too long.
Who?
Baby.
Baby.
You don't put Baby in the corner. Get it? You don't put.
No, that's weird.
You've never seen that movie? Don't put Baby in the corner.
Yeah.
Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, Jeff Dowdy. Sorry, Jeff. Shit. I know.
Okay, well, let's bring our special guest out.
Our special guest. I don't have the drum roll. There we go. Boom. All right, let's get him set up here.
Dirty Dancing. Yes.
Ah, damn it.
And ladies and gentlemen,
there we go.
Close. Hey,
look at that.
There she is. It's the lady of the night.
Wow.
Can y'all believe he did that to my hands? Jesus.
Do you use Palmolive?
No, actually, I make the soap that I use.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So that's why your hands look so pretty.
That's because I take good care of them.
So what are you going to be working on tonight?
Because that's going to be amazing, isn't it? Look how good those are.
Damn, he's got like fades to other cameras and shit. That's cool, dude.
So I have got a I think my mother-in-law gave me this mug. But I got it all prepped and stuff a while back and I just haven't made it. So I figured that'd be a good thing to do tonight. So I'm just working on putting a little tape on it, and got a couple of colors pre-mixed, and then we'll get some paint down.
All right. I want to say hi to Zane042. Looks like it's somebody new to the live. Maybe new to
It
the
is
channel.
Zan, and that is my wife.
Oh, Zan. Nice.
Nice.
Sorry about that,
Mm-mm.
but awesome.
We have friends for years that call her Zane, so it's whatever.
So it's kind of like Delan.
A bit, yes.
Yes. Because so many people have problems pronouncing my name. I'm not going to mention anybody
Hey,
in
Mimi, welcome in.
in the chat. But for everybody that's listening, as Rhinestone Suzanne puts it, it's Delan.
Yeah,
Duh.
duh. Like Homer. Duh.
Duh. Yep. So awesome. But I did see somebody else new pop in. So let's see.
That was Michelle Phillips.
Yep.
Nice.
Somebody else that
Thank me
knows.
for all the people I brought in.
Nice.
I'm thanking you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about your channel a little bit while you're going to be painting?
Yeah.
We can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about, man. You know,
Let's.
I'm not really a woodworker, so I'm kind of out of place here, but you guys seem to like this stuff, so.
You're a woodworker. I seen you make stuff. So
Well, there's a difference between making shit and being a woodworker.
that's true because
You guys are like,
I'm just no. I'm just making shit. There's plenty of woodworkers. I am struggling just making a damn box. So yeah.
And I would like to think, yes, it's kind of a woodworkers community as far as building stuff and the carbon community, but it's kind of more of a makers community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because everybody does something different and everybody has such different talents that it's what makes the whole community, the tribe that people calls it, successful. Because, everybody loves what you do when you paint. Creation Dust and Bear, everybody loves their chainsaw carving. And then, you've got all the other carvers. Then you've got people that make stuff. It's really well-rounded.
Yeah.
And so I personally think you fit in just fine.
All right. So my question is, your logo. To me, it is reminiscent of like a ham radio antenna. Has that got anything to do with that, or is it? Is it a?
No,
rune?
it doesn't. It's actually a. It's
A Nordic rune.
Well, yeah, it is, but it's a combination of runes. So the representative letter for T and for Z. So that's my wife and I. There's an S in there for my son. There's the rune for new beginnings, which is this. That's kind of what this was. So it's an amalgamation of many different runes and meanings, but it's all kind of personal.
Pretty cool.
So, but yeah, so that's kind of where that came from. And this whole channel actually was supposed to be woodworking. I planned on it to be when it started. And then painting season happened and it warmed up, and I came out here and I painted one day and people seemed to like it, and the bug is still biting. So I'm still painting.
There you go.
Well, I don't think you should stop because everything I've seen has been fantastic. And the way you get depth out of the different shades and the different colors, it's amazing. I was watching you do a board one day, and it just felt like there was layer upon layer upon layer, and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. It is. I've been drawing since I was a child, so the art part of it has always been there, but I never really found a medium that's stuck with me until last summer, I guess. And that's when I started painting. So I've only been doing this for about a year.
Wow. So is there somebody that inspired you, or you know seen their
Yeah,
stuff?
actually,
And, yeah.
I don't know if he's in here or not. Rob Vanderslice. You can find his link in just about all of my videos. He has a wonderful channel, and he's been doing this since the 80s sometime. And he's Lowrider magazine published. He's one of the best ever to pull tape. And I learned watching his channel. I spent 60 hours one week last summer when I was kind of in a funk, and I just vegged everything he had and absorbed it, and then called him because his phone number's on the site, and talked to him for about a half an hour. He put a little package together for me, sent it out, and
Wow.
I just started painting stuff.
So, that's pretty cool. When you when you reach out to an artist and they actually talk to you, and I'm talking like a big artist. I'm not talking like somebody that's, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
And then they send you out stuff. That's
oh yeah, I
pretty
mean, so I rep him everywhere I go. That's his logo on my desk. It's always here. I use everything I do is his paints and stuff, and it's, he calls just to say, hey, how you doing? Out of him and his daughter both keep touch, and so it's it's cool.
That's cool.
So,
in fact, he'll be painting live tonight. If anybody's interested, go look him up.
so I can search him on YouTube.
Yeah, I
Is
think
this-
Zan just posted at Vanderslice1.
Let me see. I'm gonna look through.
Yeah, at Rob Vanderslice. I see it.
Sorry, I'm looking because. Can you share that link again?
I'll do it. I'll find it and put it up. Go
All right.
ahead.
Thanks.
Keep going.
So I'm gonna back up for a second.
Sure.
You have only been painting for a year?
Okay, I've only been painting stuff like this for a year. Oh, you know what I didn't bring? Hold on one second. Zan, can you bring me the black and white deck and the sunburst helmet? Yeah, I started doing this about a year ago, and it's, I've airbrushed before. I paint miniatures. I've been doing that since high school. But as far as doing anything like this, this is all new to me.
Well, that is amazing. The depth that you get. I mean, that's something that you would think would take years and years and years of practice. I mean, seriously,
Some people are
That's
just
good
natural at stuff.
yeah.
Hey, thanks, Dad. He'll appreciate that too, man.
Yeah, I just subscribed. So
Nice.
Cool.
And if it's not too much past my bedtime, I may stay up and give them a shout out, let them know that I subscribed because of you.
Yeah, they're in Taos, so it's when he goes live, it's not till like 10 o'clock Eastern. So, but he's the same age as I am, so it's like I can't let him get one over on me.
So how old would you be?
I am 50.
Okay. So you're younger than Rusty and I.
Cool.
We're still
At
the
least
old
I'm younger
men.
than somebody.
That's funny.
Yep. I'm a 1971 model. Yeah.
Come on in, sweetie.
See, I'm the perfect model. I'm 1973, January.
Whatever.
I've got my headphones on, so I can't come off the door. All right. Get this out of the way for a second.
Just out of curiosity,
Sure.
does anybody in chat have questions that they would like to ask Runic? Dad's older than me. Yes. 55. Mike is making stuff. He's $49.99 plus shipping and handling. Tim's list is a classic 57.
So is Ray.
Nice.
Try and get this up a little bit. There we go.
So, do you sell these like on Etsy? Are you?
No, I'm working on it, or working up to it. I'll be selling them through our website.
Okay.
But right now, I'm just trying to get my processes down enough that I feel that the quality's good enough.
Looks fucking amazing.
It's amazing to me.
So,
I mean, they're still raw on the other side, but
yeah. So, can I ask, or would you be willing to tell what do you do to the wood first before you start putting paint down? Or, I mean, do you coat it with something first, or are you just going straight to the?
So I treat these just like it was a regular paint job. So
Okay.
the wood gets, if I was doing like a car,
Mm-hmm.
you would block sand, putty filler if you needed it. Then you're going to do a sealer coat, a primer, maybe two. On these wood decks, I always do 2 coats of sealer because it just drinks it in. And then I come down with 2 to 3 coats of unreduced primer. And then I start laying base coat. So by the time I get down to what you're seeing here, where it's just the metal flake, this is an entire paint job up to this point.
Right.
And then I sand it down, and then I start taking and painting all the graphics on it.
So I have a question for you.
Sure.
Actually, Mike is making stuff has a question. It says, Runic, looks like you got quite a bit of an Art Deco theme. Is that one of your inspirations, or did it just happen that way?
No, absolutely. I love the shapes of Art Deco design. There's just something really cool about it. It's got that 50s sci-fi vibe that I just really love. Metropolis, Day the Earth Stood Still, stuff like that. There's just something about it that's iconic. And then when you bring it into the world of color and start doing pinks and magentas and teals, it glows.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So have you ever done any type of like sci-fi things? I mean, I don't know what it is I'm exactly trying to say, because I think some of your stuff could really be on that edge of kind of sci-fi. Do you know what I'm getting at?
Right. Not really, but so because I've only been doing this for a year, it's hard for me to say that I have a style. And that's mainly because my main influences they're not, I wouldn't say they're contrasting styles, but Rob does more of the West Coast lowrider graphic stuff. And there's another guy, Adam, at Time Warp Customs. He owns the Lime line, and he paints live as well. He's got more of a hot rod chopper vibe about his stuff, but it's the same thing. It's tape art.
Yep.
And a lot of my stuff, if you go and watch any of their stuff, it kind of emulates that. And I feel that I'm just on the precipice of breaking into my own style.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another reason I don't really sell a lot of this stuff, is because I don't want to be selling somebody else's work. So if somebody comes to me with a commission and we sit down and we work out the art, then yes, I'll sell that. But when I'm just coming in here and riffing for a live paint job, that's the stuff that comes out, because those are the things that I've seen and can really just pull from the kitty, so to speak.
Right. So Kevin Durica goes, Runic, can you paint a sticker deck with all the stickers you have collected?
With all the stickers I've collected.
Yep. And then Let me find it because I think Mike is making stuff is exactly where I was heading.
Okay. Well, to answer Kevin, if you're talking about just like clear coating over the stickers, then yes, you could. But you have to be very careful about what type of sticker you're painting over. So if it's something that has a gloss finish on it, then the clear coat's not going to want to stick to or adhere to that. So you'd have to use some sort of adhesion promoter, which could possibly make the sticker curl. I'm going to step away from my desk for 1 second. I'll give you a perfect example.
Okay.
Cool.
See, and I like having different people on
Yeah.
because I mean,
Absolutely.
you do carvings every week, then not that carving gets boring. Trust me, it does not. But I mean, it's the same thing over and over. But when you have different people who do different things, it kind of opens everybody up to a whole different world. They watch him, but they don't really get a chance to talk to him. I mean, I don't know. It's really cool. I think having different people on. So go ahead, Rick.
Okay, so for this, it's hard to. Let me change the camera, see if you can see better.
Try and solo you.
So you can see the light ripple across the top of that, where you can see the actual embossing. That's aluminum foil.
Cool.
Nice.
And so you're using just regular spray mount to get it to stick. But you have to be very careful because on these edges, when you're trying to build up, it'll want to pull up. And you could potentially have the same problem if you were spraying over some sort of sticker.
Gotcha.
And then the whole paint job's just ruined because the clear coat starts to peel.
Okay.
So Mike is making stuff. He kind of hit the nail on the head of what I was trying to say. He goes retro sci-fi, the old 50s era robots from outer space kind of vibe. I can see that. That's kind of where I was going with that. Could you see yourself doing anything like that in the future?
I won't rule anything out. I have no idea. I'm a very where the wind blows type of guy. And that's in everything in life. And so whatever strikes me, which is why I have so many stinking hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
I find something I'm interested in, I deep dive it, and then I end up making stuff.
It's kind of what I hear about Rusty when Rusty finds a hobby.
So like I have a back room full of, except I don't, so like I go into it hardcore 100% and blow all my money and then I lose interest.
Well, I don't lose interest. That's the thing. People often ask me, is there anything I can't do? And save money.
So Bear goes, he's going to have to come back on again since he makes urinal hats now.
God.
Man, he is just not going to give up on my hat. Doggone it.
Well, and I'm surprised he's not giving up on you and his butt crack, but we won't go there anymore. But I mean, it's real. If you watch the live, he was really nervous about that.
Whatever.
So, what's that spray foam? Surprised I don't have a can of it around. Loctite.
Yep.
Actually, I do. It's right up there. I make a lot of Halloween props using Loctite. It's actually pretty cool. It paints well, and you can make awesome sets of hands out of it.
Oh, right on.
Over there, that's buried in wooden stuff, I have a zombie that I've created, and it's basically just a concrete base, 2 2x4s, a skeleton head, and then it's got some. What did I use? Pool noodles as shoulders. I painted the face, and the face kind of glitters in the dark. So when the light hits it and you're walking past, it actually looks like a person.
Nice.
So it's cool. It's cool what you can do with stuff you would never imagine.
Correct.
Like you brought me into this rant because you mentioned it was aluminum foil.
Right.
And you can actually make some pretty cool brains out of aluminum foil for Halloween.
Okay.
And it's pretty cool. Show what Baby Kisses, the zombie
The
dude.
zombie, yeah.
So it is buried. I will try to show you. You guys are gonna get a lot of it around Halloween time. But it is back there, I think. I told you it's buried. Okay, there's the box. So if I scanned that way, should be right there.
I kind of see something right there.
Yeah, it's hard, but it's buried. Too much stuff. Come Halloween time, I don't know as if this is going to be a woodworking channel because I love making Halloween props.
Hey, man, I'll be here for it.
So yeah, my wife wants to do a video. She wants to, and that's why I named it the workshop, because it's more than just woodworking. I might do
Yes.
a couple car videos, you know, working on my Frontier. She wants to make candy. She loves making hard candy and loves showing how to do it. And
Cool.
so I guess we're going to do that.
I like
at some
painting
point.
with candy.
There you go.
So Amy Jo said that everybody needs to come clean my shop. Yeah, it's a danger zone. My little space here that I build in is the only space there is. Everything gets put in this garage, and it is going to be getting cleaned out or reorganized.
That's
problem
what we
is,
all
the garage is kind of the hoarder tendency place. It's the place where everything goes to stay. You don't need it for 12 years. And as soon as it hits the garbage, a week later, hey, where's that item at?
Yep.
Every time.
Oh, hey, can I interrupt for just a second?
Absolutely.
Anybody that was watching the other day, I found my paint cap.
Okay.
That was a thing. It just disappeared on me on my live the other day. So I was having to actually tape the top of the airbrush shut.
Dang.
So I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I used to actually work in a haunted house, building props, managing it, and help running it.
Oh, cool.
And my wife and I actually got married in said haunted house.
Nice.
And
Because she knew it was going to be scary.
yes,
Yeah.
she actually, there's a video of it floating around somewhere on YouTube land. I'd have to find it. But they took her in to the makeup room, took me into a different makeup room, and they actually did her face up. So from her nose down, it looked like her chin and her mouth was ripped off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And at one point, when they said you may kiss the bride, one of the guys standing up goes, "How? She doesn't have a mouth." It was cool. We got married October 1st, and then we figured October 1st, for one, we didn't have anything going on with the kids. And then we would start October with our anniversary and then end it with Halloween because we love Halloween.
Right on.
There you go.
So what type of tips and tricks would you like to share with anybody? Do you have
Tell you all
any
the same
tips or
thing I told Rusty.
Yeah.
You know
Sign
what?
up on
Promote it.
Patreon and I do lessons.
There you go.
No,
Promote it.
it's a joke. Honestly, just try it. It's like anything else. One of my favorite sayings is "Can't never could till he tried."
Right.
And it's like you just don't know what you're capable of until you give it a shot.
And I agree with that 100%. But yes, also, seriously though, if anybody is interested in learning the painting end of it and stuff, he does have a Patreon that you can join, and that's one-on-one, or are they just videos? How do you
It can be however you like it. I'm just rolling it out, so I'm kind of learning how the system works over there. But my plan is that for the top tier, I can either do small little cuts where I just go over why we tape the way we tape, how to adjust an airbrush, how to clean stuff, or if you want more one-on-one interaction and you're on that level, I'll be doing polls, and we can just set that up as a Patreon only live where we can sit down and go over stuff. And that applies to anything. I mean, if you're trying to learn like something like Blender for design work for woodworking, I can teach you how to use Blender. I've been using it for 15 years. If you want to learn how to do, DaVinci Resolve for editing videos, I can sit down with you one-on-one and teach you how to do DaVinci. That's what I edit my stuff in. It's free and it's powerful. So what more can you ask for?
Nice.
Yeah. So I got to ask, are you using OBS for your 2-camera setup?
I am. Actually, I've got, if you launch OBS, you can leave all your current settings. And instead of actually setting it to stream, you set it as a virtual camera.
Right.
So then I log into StreamYard for you guys, and I just select the virtual camera, and then I still have my AB configuration.
Nice. Yep. I love OBS, but my computer is kind of on the old side, and everybody's fixing to have to upgrade, because unless you just want to keep Windows 10 and not get any more support for it, because it ends in October.
Yeah, all my machines are gaming rigs at one point in time, so they'll run whatever they send for a while anyway.
Speaking of gaming, what kind of gaming did you used to play, or do you play?
I like role-playing games.
Yes.
That's kind of my forte, and it doesn't have to be digital. I do D&D, Pathfinder, stuff like that. I'm a big Neverwinter Nights fan. The old Morrowind games, when Bethesda still knew what they were doing. So that's my type of thing. I'm a big Star Wars nerd, so pretty much anything that comes out with the Star Wars brand on, I play it just so that I can complain about it.
So years ago, I used to love a game called EverQuest.
Yep.
And I think it was Knights of Camelot or Kingdom of Camelot. Those were role-playing games. I loved EverQuest. I used to be a die-hard Magic the Gathering fan. I still am, but I just don't play it as much.
Man, I had boxes and boxes of stuff going back. I don't think I have any beta stuff in there, but I know I have first edition forward.
Nice. I love playing Magic, even though I don't have half the cards I had back then. I love Magic the Gathering. But
okay, on that note, have you played Disney? Zan, what's the name of the game? It's their version of Magic the Gathering, and it's amazing.
No.
Huh. I haven't heard of that one.
Hold on, she'll tell you in just a second. Is it Lore Keeper? Oh, no, Lorcana. That's it, not Lore Keeper.
Lore Keeper. She typed in Lore Keeper.
Yeah, but that was enough. It's called Lorcana. Lorecanna.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a great game.
I have to look it up. Did you ever try the Star Wars role-playing game that came out probably 20 years ago, 30 years ago?
Yeah, so the very last game I played, I rolled a Nat 1 on a hyperdrive jump, and we got lost in deep space.
Gotcha. I could never figure it out. I mean, no one around me. The problem with that game is, I think, Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh! Was so huge at the
Yes.
time that any role-playing game that tried to come out in that era just kind of got swatted down.
That is very true. Wizards of the Coast. Well, I guess that would have. Who would have been Magic back then? No, I guess it was Wizards still. Yeah.
Yeah, but then World of Warcraft started dominating the online role-playing game.
I still play Warcraft every now and again. I don't like keeping a subscription active, but the one thing that they do with their business model that I like is when you buy back in, you get everything content-wise except for whatever their current expansion is.
Gotcha.
So you can, you just wait a couple of years, pay your subscription for a month or two, and you can play through 4 or 5 expansions for $30. And then,
That ain't bad.
sit down and wait for a couple of years until something else comes along, or one of your friends calls you and is like, "Hey man, I need an extra for a dungeon." And, go back to
So did anybody tonight think we would be geeking out over role-playing games and card games?
Hey man, wherever the wind takes you.
That's right. Conversation goes where the conversation goes.
That's right.
So, Boss Lady Cool, happy anniversary. Is it Bear and the Boss Lady's anniversary?
Yeah.
What? Happy
Yeah.
anniversary.
They're driving to PA, apparently.
Thank you, Michelle. All right. I'm going to do my new favorite technique for you guys.
All right, cool.
So if y'all have questions, keep them coming. I will answer. But if nobody asks me anything, I will sit here quietly. Anybody who watches my lives knows that's exactly how that goes.
All right.
Gotcha.
Rusty, do you want to open the phone up?
I mean, I guess. I reckon.
So, and I'm going to bring up a few things.
Sure.
Especially about your Patreon.
Sure.
I would not be worried or afraid about, pushing it or publicizing it, because in the end, it's your time. And if you're offering your time to help school people, it is what it is. We've got to make money, right?
Right.
And when I say that now, but when I started this channel, I never started this channel on the premise of making money. I really still don't. But I appreciate the people that have, joined the memberships, and that makes it awesome. That makes it fun. I love doing the membership videos, and I can't wait for next week to do the membership giveaway. So while it's kind of like I don't want to push making money,
Right.
but it's kind of the root of everything. It's there, So
Yeah, I played with it back and forth because I didn't start this to become monetized. I started it as an avenue for advertising the business my wife and I run. And because we stopped it when we moved from Florida and we're trying to get it back going. So I was like, hey, I'll just do YouTube. I can sponsor myself basically. And, but this stuff gets expensive. So
Yes.
it was
Yes,
like,
it does.
how can I monetize a little bit, but offer something back to the people that are helping me and then continue to give content.
Bear. So what part of Florida?
We were about halfway between Gainesville and Jacksonville. little bitty town called Interlaken, between the lakes.
Yeah. Yeah, I was born in Fort Myers.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had 15 acres of paradise on a swamp.
There you go.
We
Nice.
turned it into a little farm. In fact, anybody wants to go and Zan, could you post the for Instagram? And that's the that'll be our Weird Woods account. That's the business, and you can kind of see back through Florida and the homestead we built down there.
Oh, cool.
Nice. So the number is posted if anybody wants to call in. And I will give it about 5 more minutes. Rusty does not have to leave tonight, so we can stay about another 20, 30 minutes longer.
Sure.
So as long as Runic is good with staying a little longer.
Dude, I'm painting. I'll stay here all night.
Okay. Well, I can only stay until my phone dies.
Gotcha.
Well, plug your phone in.
I can't
How come?
because I'm going to unplug the wireless mic.
Oh,
Oh, you don't have one of those pass-through mics.
No. But in about 10 minutes, or let's say 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock my time, I'll put the link out, and anybody wants to join live in chat, you guys can jump in.
I think we should do a giveaway of a few of those pins.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how in the world we'll do it, but I guess I have to put a hashtag or something, and I'll try to make sure I get everybody in there, and we'll do a duck race for it. How about that?
Yes, I just want to see the duck race.
All right. So if anybody is interested in winning a pair of these awesome pens, we'll take them out of the wrapper and show you. This is the famous Rusty's. Whatever. And then this one just says DeLand's Handmade Woodworking. So if you guys are interested in getting a set, type in hashtag Runic in the comments.
All right, you're gonna have to keep track. You have to help me keep track. I'm still trying to. What kind of race do we want? Ducks? I mean, we can do all kinds of stuff. Snails.
Now, whatever one y'all did last time with the little alien heads and stuff, that was great.
Okay, all right, aliens. We'll do. There it is, alien race.
All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna open up Notepad. Okay, that didn't work like I wanted.
I just love the fact that the last time I ended up with like 2 beaker looking things that look like paint jars. And Amy Jo ended up with an alien head, which was hysterical.
Hey, Rusty. Leaving you in charge to talk.
Oh yeah. All right. So random questions for Mr. Runic.
Sure.
If you had to describe your current life as a movie, which movie would you choose?
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Damn. that was pretty good. What was a situation where you literally did a double take?
Let's see. What has surprised me lately? Oh, I can't say it on the show. It was at the grocery store today.
Okay.
Let's just say the pants look like they were painted on.
Okie dokie. There you go. What is the most recent fact that you have learned that surprised you?
That the Appalachian Mountains are part of the Scottish Highlands.
Yeah, no kidding. That was freaking cool. I was like, oh yeah.
And if you've been here, as soon as you find that fact out, you're like, oh, that makes perfect sense.
What do you believe is the biggest thing that's currently holding you back from success?
Myself.
Yourself.
That's a lot of people's problems.
Yeah.
I am my own worst enemy.
Yep. So far, I have Mike is making stuff. Zane.
Hold on. We're going to have to go slow here. Mike
All right.
Mike is making.
Yep.
Zane. Or Zane.
Greg.
Greg.
Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that.
Greg R.
Greg R. Got it.
Ooh, while I'm talking and you're here, are we still on for the 7th, Michelle?
Creation Dust.
Okay.
Canadian Chris. Boss Lady.
Hold on. Canadian Chris.
Just put
Boss
Michigan's little brother.
Lady.
Cool.
Jeff.
That makes me happy.
Oh, never mind. All right, Boss Lady, I got it.
All right. Does anybody else want to be in the race to win 2 pins?
There was a bunch of people, I thought. Amy Jo was in there.
I'm with you, Kevin.
Rhinestone Suzanne.
So Kevin Durka says, but if he wins, run it again to give it to the next winner. He loves the Ducks. Okay, Rhinestone Suzanne.
Amy Jo.
Michael S. Why didn't I see these guys type in Runic?
Because it's on up a little bit.
Rick Smith.
Rick Smith.
Dad.
Dad. Rhinestone. Carving Wizard.
Spare.
Well, all right. I'll put Bear in, I guess. Got creation.
No respect.
Remember,
Welcome back, Woodlot.
hashtag Runic. Hashtag Runic, people.
If you want to,
Kevin Durka.
if you have not typed in hashtag Runic and you want to win a set of pens, put it in now because Rusty's going to go over the names and make sure we didn't forget anybody. You want to give 2 sets away, Rusty, or just 1?
If you want to do 2, we can run it twice.
Okay. Jay creates Runic.
Jay creates.
And put Runic in for the drawing.
That guy? Kim List.
I mean, what have I done to deserve it?
You're our guest.
All right. Well, we got his wife in there. So, if she wins, she gets the pins now. You can't take them.
Oh, dude, 100%. She's going to take them whether I win them or she does.
Yeah. Well, that's different.
Did you get Tim's list?
Tim List, I got him. All right, I'm going to read them off. Tell me if you don't hear your name. Mike is making stuff. Zane or Zan?
Zan.
Zan. Greg R. Creation Dust. Canadian Chris. Boss Lady. Rhinestone Suzanne. Amy Joe. Michael S. I didn't put S in there. Rick Smith. Dad. Carving Wizard. Bear. Kevin Durica. Jay Creates. Tim List. If you don't hear your name, speak now.
Or forever hold your pee.
Mm-hmm. Michael S. says she wears the pens.
She does.
Justin says, I have a lovely Runic was here pencil.
Nice.
That's I bought one of Steve's old lasers from him, and that was the test pencil that he just to show me that the machine worked. It just says Runic was here.
All right, awesome. I think we're gonna go. When you're ready, Rusty.
All right, let me make sure everybody's in here.
Are you doing the ducks?
No, I'm doing the aliens. Runic wanted aliens.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, deep from the sky, there's a saucer floating, and it's coming by. That's going to drop off a bunch of lazy people. That's going to run and fall and trip and bleed, and only one will be victorious in this league.
Share.
So hold
FaceTime.
back your excitement and save it for the winner. But then again, you can cheer.
Let's see. How do we? There we go. Let me take the comment thing down.
You're going to go 3 minutes or 2 minutes?
You don't want to go 3 minutes?
Well, let me know, because I got to pee. So you're
Well,
gonna go 3.
we'll go 3, so you can go pee.
All right, I'll be right back.
You get 45 seconds.
There you go. All right, we are set.
Here we go.
Turn the music off. And did everybody get in there? Yeah. Did we get Baby Kisses in there? Baby Kisses, didn't you want to be in on it? Shoot. I don't think
She's not going to give you her address if she wins.
Oh, well. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, man, I didn't change the... Hey, Off Track Syndicate, Sunday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, here we go.
We're looking forward to it, Michelle.
Kevin Durica in an early lead. Here comes Dad, flailing his arms. No, he's not going to make it. No, he's falling back. Creation Dust. Oh, he's hopping into first. No, he's fading.
Tim coming in from the back.
Amy Joe busts out to the front. Three-eyed Amy. Oh, no. Jay Creates.
Oh,
Well,
Amy out front.
A little skip there. I don't know. Carving Wizard. Purple little something. Canadian Chris flapping his funnel ears. Michael S. Oh, Kevin Durica making another charge to the front.
Zan, have you screenshotted your character yet?
Here comes Boss Lady. Oh, she can't quite break the front.
Oh, here comes Dad.
Mike is making. Rolling his way. No, Kevin Durica. Tim List. Oh, he's got a twin.
CD
Bear.
coming
Him and Bear are twins.
I'm in a wheelchair.
Rick Smith slithering his way to the front. Sliming his way to the front. Whatever.
Oh, that would be great, Michael.
Yeah, I'll have to look. See, they got a bunch of different ones. Jay Creates. No.
Falling behind. I think it's going to be between. Oh, no. Rick Smith had his burst. The Carving Wizard's out front. Is he going to hold on? Greg R. is taking over the lead.
Oh, he's pulling
Michael
hard.
Less is coming up. Oh, he tripped.
On the inside, here comes Mike is making. He's out there. Oh, he's got a tire going bad. He's fading.
Mike.
We're coming down to the last 20 seconds
Go.
of suspense. Who will be the winner? Is it going to be Rick Smith? Is Creation Dust 777 going to put on a final burst? Is Jay Creates going to come back? Or will Kevin Durica make a speed? Let's see. Who is it?
Oh, Tim Bliss breaks out in the front.
The winner is Tim Bliss.
Tim List, the final burst.
Wow, look at that burst, huh?
Yep. All right. All right, we're gonna
Well
race
done,
again?
Tim.
Yeah, so Tim's list.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Canadian Chris goes, he's happy he lasted 3 minutes.
That's what she said.
Let's see.
All right.
We got them shuffled up here. All right. You're gonna. I guess you'll give you their.
I'll give my
I don't
email
know how to do it right here.
when we're done.
All right, here we go. Next race. Oh, we got to click it over here.
So who's going to take it this time?
Oh, I should have took Tim List out. I guess whoever's second, if Tim wins, whoever we can determine second place is will get it.
Hey, Raja. Glad to see you're here. Hello, brother.
Hey, Roger, welcome in, buddy.
Namaste, Raja. Flail your arms, you non-athletic.
Amorphous blob.
Can't believe how entertaining these little aliens are. I
You're
feel like
growing
I'm the
adults,
teal,
man.
big-eyed little floating person.
Got to hit the nitrous.
Okay, but then y'all won't understand me.
Matthew, I leave the room for 10 minutes and come back to an alien race. Laugh out loud. All right. We are coming down to the final minute of this exciting extravaganza. Who's the little yellow flailing arms one? Oh, that's Mike.
Is making.
Excuse me.
My chicken sounds like a drum set. They're out there pecking. And it's like 10.
Similar
All
here,
right.
the birds
Bear's
get up on
out
the roof of
front.
the
He's
shop.
pulling a lead. Nope, here comes the Carving Wizard up on the outside. Oh, he's fading.
Who's gonna make the 10-second push? Who's it gonna be? Will it be Bear or Tim's List again? Will Amy Joe kick out in front? Here we go. Who's got the push? It looks like Amy Joe's fighting for first. And
And it's Bear. Rig.
Oh,
Hashtag
Joe,
rig.
I would be mad. I would be so mad. Oh my goodness. Somebody should have tripped Bear. All right. So I'm going to put my email address in.
Mike throws his ticket stub.
Let me copy it because I don't really know what my email address is.
Let's see.
Sims List and Bear, shoot me your addresses. I'm pretty sure I have Bears, but just in case, let me know. And I will get those pens sent out as soon as possible. So now, would anybody like to join in on the panel? StreamYard link is now posted. If anybody wants to come in on the panel and chat, ask some questions, or if you want to call in, Rusty can put the number up. And everybody is welcome.
All right,
So
except
got
that
a
one guy we
feeling-
don't talk about.
I've got a feeling Mike is making stuff is going to be backstage soon because he seems to be like that backstage person. But if anybody else wants to come in, everybody is welcome. And Rusty has the cool jazz music going.
Hey,
Get a little feel going. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so I just want to throw this out there to the group because we all make YouTube videos for the most part. Does it get under anybody else's skin that we can't listen to music in our shops when we work now?
Yes.
Yes.
That is the most aggravating thing in the world.
Yeah.
And
It's asinine.
Yes.
I've been trying to find a way around that, and I have not.
You can't.
Because when I'm working in the shop, I love to jam out, and just the music drives me. But
So
when I'm making
when you-
videos,
Yeah, when we first started doing off track 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever, I was able to play if I altered it to a certain extent.
Right, pitch
I
shifted or something like that.
Right, I could, yeah, shift it, slow it down, whatever, and it would get past it. But the algorithms have gotten smarter, which I don't understand. So then, how can people do reaction videos and not get hit?
Okay,
that?
so I can answer that.
Fair
When you
use, right?
use the clipping, not clipping, what do they call it? Remixing. So if you click a remix to somebody's video,
mhm.
they get the play. You do too, but they also get credit for the use. So
Okay.
that's the loophole that YouTube uses to allow you to do that stuff. But what really gets me is that the licensed music that you can do for shorts is only available on mobile. If you try to upload a short from PC, you have to use their default library, which is not bad stuff, but the good
Right.
stuff's limited.
and I didn't realize, I was kind of excited about the YouTube music. And Rusty helped me understand it because I was liking putting shorts in and everything. And it kept asking me if I wanted to monetize the music. Well,
Right.
I didn't realize by monetizing the music from YouTube, that meant they took a portion of whatever I made off that live stream or off of the AdSense.
So part of the reason that I'm at Patreon, it's 8% instead of 30%.
Right.
So it's like the money that goes into my pocket from, people gracious enough to help me out is considerably more. Unless, and I'm on a bit of a tangent here, you're from iOS. Because to use the Apple Store to make a payment on Patreon, they upcharge you $2.25.
Oh,
So
wow.
if you buy in at my lower tier, you're paying as much as my upper tier just because you use the Apple.
And Baby Kisses, you're right.
It's a racket.
You can pay for the music, but man, that gets expensive. If you think about it, I think the cheapest I've seen with the music is $1.99. All right. If you put out a couple shorts a week, if you put out a video a week, you could that could add up to $10, $20 a week just for the music sales, and that gets expensive.
Especially if that's how you're trying to monetize your channel. Because what is it? First tier monetization is 3 million views for shorts.
10 million.
10 million? Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yes, I mean that's a lot of $1.99.
Yeah. I was paying for AI music, Suno.ai. That's the one that I added on Off Track, the beginning intro that was AI created. But I bought in early on Melody. I think it's melody.io, whatever music thing, and I bought a lifetime membership for $60.
Nice.
And, they get put out all kinds of stuff all the time, and it's all stuff that I can use, but I haven't used.
Do they still sell a perpetual license?
I think they do, but I don't know if it has went up. I haven't really looked at it. Jay Creates, got to bounce. Night all. Thanks for joining in, buddy.
Good night, Jay.
Good night, Jay.
So yeah, we have a friend that on Friday or Saturday nights, on one of the bourbon channels, he'll sit there and he'll play music, and he has to stop the music every so often or talk over the music for so long, or else or unmonetize that video to be able to play music.
Right.
But there's been nights to where he got out of hand, and YouTube actually pulled that video the next day.
That's
YouTube
crazy.
deleted it.
Yeah, well, not only that, stopped his live.
Yeah.
Like, shut it
Wow.
down, and then after like I don't know 2 or 3 minutes, they'll let you come back on. But well, I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, hello to my lovely shop partner who just got home after working all day.
Hello,
Hi,
shop
Judy.
partner.
Yeah, my lovely. She says hello. Yeah. I had today off, thank God.
Nice.
I needed a day off. I was carving on that my son's Pokemon box, which that's what I'm going to try to paint up. I think I don't know. I haven't quite figured out exactly what I'm doing with it. I'm in the carving phase right now.
So Baby Kisses goes, you guys should make your own music, cough, cough, bear.
Yeah, there you go.
Bear can sing.
Yeah.
Still say I want to figure out how to do a karaoke night one night with Bear.
Dude, that'd be funny. So we went to, I can't remember the name of the restaurant. It was a little Thai restaurant in Gainesville. And the music in there was like Bollywood knockoffs. And so it was Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone, right? But the accent that was singing it was so ridiculous. The timing was completely off, and every song was a top 40 hit from like the 80s, but completely made in a different country. And that was like the legit theme of the place.
Nice.
So it's like that's the atmosphere people came in for. And I was like, this is weird.
Hey, Mike, good seeing you. So yeah, could you imagine? You know, like when during COVID, when all those like bands or individual musicians would get together and they would like YouTube playing the same song.
Oh, that
We
was
gotta
actually
figure
pretty
out-
fun.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to do that and have Bear and myself and whoever else wants to join in and just have like karaoke night.
Who was it? Blackberry Smoke did a series of lives like that. If I'm not mistaken, they actually dropped an album that way. Just
Really?
everybody playing live from their house, and that was the release party for the album.
Oh, wow. Mike, I'd like to say I think everybody's doing good. It's been a really good live so far. Been enjoying it. Runic is doing some cool paintings. It's like he's
Over
paving
here
up some stuff
forgetting that
right
I'm
now.
actually on somebody else's live.
That's all right. Man, Rusty, I think they're making fun of your glasses now.
No, boss lady said she liked them, so
That's all that matters.
that's right. The ladies like it. That's all that matters. Oh yeah.
When I told Zan I was going to paint tonight, she's like, "No, don't do that. You don't talk when you paint." I'm like, "I'll try my best."
Let's see,
Hashtag Rusty is great. Who paid her?
See, there we go.
No pens for boss lady. Thank you, Raja.
I could offer her another opinion.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm for
Hey,
it. Let's hear it.
Judy, let's hear that opinion. What is your opinion of Rusty?
No. I'm a trophy husband, and you know it's a lot of work.
Rusty's a pain in the arse is what he are.
That's what I like to hear. Proper use of the word arse.
See you later, Tim's List. I'll get your I'll respond to your email and get your pens out. Rusty, here we go again. What is this with all the love for Rusty? Oh my goodness.
Look, it's like I said. I am your what? Damn it,
Ed McMahon to Johnny Carson.
Yeah. See, I'm the Ed McMahon. Everybody loved Ed. You know.
I'm your Batman to Robin.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. All right. Well, I'm going to find a cool hat and shades, and I'm going to come on next week. And,
Hey, look. My whole purpose for wearing the hat was I watched a thing about men's hats, and I've said it before 1960, and it was literally 1959, 1960. Before then, a man did not leave the house without a hat. Every man, when you see old movies in the 40s and the 50s, men are wearing hats, all of them.
Yep.
Every one of them. And then for whatever reason, it just fell out. Well, I want to bring hat wearing back.
Tim's or Small Woodlot. Hello, how you doing tonight? And Kevin, I would wear a Leafs hat.
Wear a Leafs hat. Yeah.
Yes, I would wear a Leafs hat.
I do need encouragement.
Bless you.
There you go.
Rusty needs all the encouragement he can get.
I do. I really do.
So, did I ever tell the story, Kevin, about when I was younger? I used to play hockey, and our league traded teams from Toronto to Michigan. So like the league in Toronto, their players would come and stay with us, and then we would play a tournament for a week, and then after that we would go stay in Toronto and play tournaments there. That was one of the coolest experiences I've ever seen or I've ever had. And one of the coolest things I've ever seen was there was this show playing called Laser Zeppelin. And I don't know where we went, but we went to this theater, and it played nothing but Led Zeppelin songs with a laser show on the ceiling. And that was awesome. That was fantastic.
So best laser show I ever saw was 1990, end of 93 or early 94. I got to see Pink Floyd on the Division Bell tour in the Superdome.
Cool.
And that was an amazing laser show.
I've never seen Pink Floyd. They're one of the bands I've always wanted to see, but I've never seen them.
I can honestly say I'm sorry.
Yeah. See, I was too stuck on Kiss when I was younger. I liked Kiss through most of my life. The last 10 years of Kiss, I've kind of learned to despise them because I feel like they should have gone away. But I truly enjoyed the non-makeup years of Kiss more than the makeup years. I feel like they were a different band. It's kind of like the old adage, Sammy or Dave. I'm a Sammy fan. I thought Van Halen was so much better with Sammy Hagar than David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth has his own place, but I think time in the band hits and just musical genius. Sammy was better in the band. Who's arguing with me?
I disagree respectfully.
Okay.
But I would like to add this to the question that Rusty asked me earlier about something that I found out that just blew my mind. Did you know that Sammy was the original choice by the Van Brothers?
Did not.
But the producers did not want him because he was a known commodity and they thought that his name would outshine the band.
Did you put the link up if anybody wanted to jump in?
Yeah, the link's up. If anybody wants to, it should be pinned.
Oh, okay.
See, and I look at it like this. Yes, David Lee Roth had his share of hits, but talent-wise, and hear me out on this. I got to take a drink because this is important. Talent-wise, Sammy is a better singer, and here's why.
I'll agree with that.
Sammy can sing any Van Halen song through any era.
Yep.
David's songs, his songs. David cannot sing any of Sammy's songs. He's just not capable of doing it. So
But
there's a level of talent there.
there's a huge disparity in talent.
Hello, everyone.
But David
Hey,
was
Small
way
Woodlot.
more entertaining.
We got Small Woodlot with us.
Hey, Woodlots.
Hey,
Hey, Woodlot, how's it going?
going good.
See, I don't know. I mean, yeah, David did the kick. David jumped around, and I guess if you're a lady, David was cool because he was in a way sexy for the women. But I just,
It wasn't
don't
about
know.
being sexy. It was about the era
Yeah.
and the flamboyant look, the tights, the colors, the way that he did jump around. He was just this ball of energy
Yeah.
that Hagar didn't have. Now, that again, once the band had mellowed a little bit and Eddie and Alex were kind of into their stride, then yes, he fit
Yeah.
with them.
We get me 2 coffee.
But those early days that got them going, man, if it wasn't for Dave, I don't think they would have done it.
So, okay, I'm going to agree with you on that. If you're going to go era, I will agree with you like that on that because I don't see Sammy. Although Sammy could sing way better than Dave, you're right. I don't see that the dancing and jumping and energy coming out of Sammy.
Sammy
But
can still sing.
Sammy can still sing, but when Sammy came to the band, I want to say, and I might be wrong on this, but he almost brought a bluesy funk, a suede, a style, a sexiness in the music, not themselves. He brought out something in that band that has not been, well, obviously Eddie's dead, but they were not able to recreate that with David rejoining. The other singer, I forgot his name, that was in the band for a very short time. But Sammy brought a funk to the band that was just different.
Oh, looky here. On the road with Bear and the Boss Lady.
Oh, no.
Hey, Bear and the Boss Lady, how's it going?
He's
Oh,
trying.
they were in here.
Please don't die, Bear.
Hi.
Are you with us?
All right, just let her shred it then.
So I'm going to read what Bear said. Bear said, Diamond Dave was fun to watch all the way around. He was a showman. Sammy was kind of boring compared to him on stage. I
That
don't
is
agree.
exactly my point.
But Sammy has swagger.
Sure.
He has a swagger that's just completely different. Yeah, it's just
Yeah, see, Bear's driving so fast the signal can't keep up with him. You're gonna have to slow down, Bear. You're gonna have to slow down, buddy.
Speed limits are just suggestions in my world.
Yeah.
See you later, Perry. Have a good night.
See you, Perry.
Later, Per.
So, Kamal Woodlock, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about y'all?
Good. I feel bad because you've been sitting in the background waiting, and we're just sitting here going off about Sammy or Dave.
Well, I was not really big on rock music back then. I was more into. Now I'm getting called away, but I was more into Alabama and stuff like that.
Not
Okay,
bad
I'm a
music.
country boy.
That's not bad at all. Alabama country music is good.
Yeah, but I actually got a chance to play with the Lathe the other day.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh,
How'd you like it?
you. Hold on one second.
What is it?
I just decided I'd do a little, I guess you'd call it a mallet for carving, for hand
Right.
carving.
Oh, okay.
And this is just a stick from the wood pile.
Nice.
Nice.
There
Yeah.
we go.
I don't know if you guys can tell me, is that walnut or what?
I don't know.
Because it's got some very dark walnut.
Hey, boss
tones
lady.
to it.
I had to put my sunglasses on.
Well,
Got to be
thank you.
incognito.
Thank you.
I'm sorry you had to put your sunglasses on, but I tell you, I am not wearing shorts.
Yeah.
My legs might be white, but they're not that white.
And it's dark.
TMI. TMI.
It's
Didn't ZZ Top write a song about
I'm
that?
gonna sing a song for you.
I'm just gonna say sometimes it's better to see Boss Lady than Bear because there's a level of prettiness to Boss Lady that you just don't get with Bear.
That is very true.
This is
For
true.
about 53 miles, continue straight.
Yeah, 53 miles. Continue straight.
Miles, gotta continue straight.
Yeah.
53 miles. Bear should be there in
So-
about 3 minutes.
So where are y'all?
We're still in Ohio, but we're how close are we?
Go back. Heck, I don't know.
We don't know where we're at.
It's 185 miles to Ridgeway, and we're not going all the way there.
Well, there you go.
We just wanted to pop in and say hi, though.
Hello.
Hello,
We
boss
appreciate
lady.
it.
Hello.
Hello,
Like an
Barry.
ice cream truck. Hello.
Hey, I had my mint chocolate
Hope
chip. for the
y'all
night.
have
I'm
a good night. Runic, I love the paint.
Thank you, boss lady. I appreciate it.
Heck
Be
yeah.
safe and have fun.
Hang loose, everybody, but Rusty. Rusty, keep the hat on tight.
That's right. That's right.
Watch out for Smokies, Bear.
Don't keep the bunker,
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah, watch out for Smokies.
For what?
Smoky.
Smokey the Bear.
Watch out for the Smokies. Smokey the Bear. Smokies.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna say, Bear is no Burt Reynolds, so he'll probably get caught.
That was always my luck.
Bye, Raja. Thank you for coming, brother.
Good night, Raja.
Nice. So, what else do you plan on making on a lake? Woodlot?
I'm just right now getting my, how should I say politely, knocking the dust off of
Okay.
myself. Because I honestly have not turned anything for whatever reason in, I'm going to say 30 years.
Jeez.
Dang.
And I've had wood lathes my whole life, but it's always been the time that's been the factor. So I finally just said the heck with it. I got this wood lathe 20 years ago. I had sold my Craftsman. So I restored this one just recently, which I believe I posted it. I can even bring it right over to you right now if you'd like. And I restored it, and I started playing around with it a little bit here and there. I adjusted the level up to where I could work at it comfortably. I think, Delanne, you had made a comment about that, or about safety gear or something, or both, about the height that it should be, about the elbow.
No, I don't think I did. I don't think I did that.
No?
No.
Somebody had made that. It might have been Doug or somebody like that. But I brought the height of it up with, again, how should I put it? Time error correct pieces and components.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd gotten, here, I'll go over to the lathe here real quick.
Okay.
I have it sitting in what's going to be the dining room one day.
So many of my tools end up in the dining room.
Yeah, it's real fun when you start them up in the dining room.
You know, what's funny about that is just the other day, my wife asked me when I was going to get the wood out of the great room because I had some hickory in there from over winter to let it thaw.
Yeah.
And some other pieces. And she's like, do you think it's time for this stuff to go outside now? And I was like, yeah, probably.
But here's the wood lathe, minus the cat food dish in the back of it right now. But
I'm not solo you.
this is the old Powercraft. This is one of the rests that came with it. Got a couple face plates. I do have my jaws up here. Oh. My jaws here for it.
Nice.
And some of the things I did to it is because this is all belt drive.
Mhm.
Okay. The motors, I mounted it below it. However, I got to thinking I needed a way to be able to easily be able to adjust the belt. So I used the gravity and the weight of the motor to hold it in place, and I hinged the board.
Okay.
So this way I can switch the belts. And instead of using the switches that are here on the motor, I moved it up here.
Nice.
Now, this here is an old art room lab table from where I work that was going to be discarded. And this was dated back to 1939, 1940.
Wow.
So I think that was perfect.
So hold on 1 second. Go back. Nope. Go back. Go back by the lathe. Oh, right there. Stop. Pan up.
He wants to see your sign.
Yeah, I want to see the sign.
There you go.
Nice. I need that.
Yes, that's the entrance to the bathroom.
Nice.
So the bad thing is, when you get our age, you really have to be careful with the farts because you never know if it's really going to be a fart.
There you go.
You're not kidding. I ain't no spring chicken.
All right. I hate
back
to
in
cut
the-
out on y'all, but I gotta get moving. I gotta start getting ready for bed. 4 o'clock comes early.
Yeah. So
You sleep in that late?
Yeah. No, I'm actually up before then, but still.
yeah, I was going to say about 3 more minutes. I was going to end it because my phone's down to 15%. Can you hang out 3 more minutes, Rusty?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
I'm on the charger right now as we talk anyway.
Yeah, so I tried getting my phone as charged as I could before, but I ended up going to Home Depot and doing some running around before the show. So
Doesn't that always happen? Home Depot,
Yeah.
Lowe's, wherever.
Yep. Get off at 5:30, get home, try and eat. Oh, wait, I've got to go to Home Depot. And then they don't know what I'm looking for. And it's just, you get home at 6:30. It's like, oh, I got to get on live in like 10 minutes.
Yeah. See, I usually don't get done work till 6:30 in the evening.
Okay.
And then I have an hour and a half that I have to go and take care of other things before I start having to get kids ready for bed, me ready for bed, my wife in bed, and everything else going on.
Yep.
Plus, I also work on the weekends over at my sister's farm, helping her out and her husband. So between me doing the firewood for the heat for the house, my job at the school, the farm, visiting occasionally with my siblings, I have very little time to go ahead and play until I turn around and say, you know what, the heck with it, I'm going to go play.
Yep.
And that's what the wood lathe is. And I don't know if you all heard, or I know you probably heard rumors of it, that I got myself an old bandsaw now to restore also. And I'll probably be posting that up as I do it.
So here's a tip. I love old bandsaw.
Okay.
But Pilato, I saw a video of Pilato changing out the rubbers off the wheels.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad for him because a couple of years ago, I went through that same experience. And it was horrible. But if you have to change your rubbers, save yourself some time and let them sit in warm water before you try and stretch them over the wheels.
Yes, I do know that. It's like putting the gasket in for an old window for a truck.
Yep.
Or an old Volkswagen Beetle. Warm, soapy water. And they slide right on.
Yeah, and then the nice thing is, once they go on and they start cooling on, they will adhere to the wheel. It's so much easier. And I was watching his video today, and I was like, oh my God, I know exactly where his frustration level is right now because I went through that a couple of years ago.
Out of all the tools that I've ever restored and worked on, the hardest one that I've ever done in my whole life was a 1920s pendulum saw.
Okay.
And I had to, and it was not a restoration job, it was a dismantling job. And the issue was nobody knew where the kill switch was to safe off the electrical circuit. And these things are running and swinging 24 hours a day, hanging from the ceiling of a warehouse. And I had to disassemble this setup.
Wow.
You want to
So-
talk about scary?
Oh, I believe it.
How could I put it? My anxiety levels were through the roof those days.
Oh, I believe it.
And I finally said, you know what? I know how to handle this. Everybody looked at me like, what are you going to do? I said, everybody, I hope you have your backup generators. Put them outside, run your extension cords in to give us light. They're like, why? What are you doing? I walked outside and pulled the meter to the building.
Oh,
Shut the
That's
whole
not-
place down. Hey, they had this stuff tied straight in. Once we finally traced back the circuit, no breakers, no on-off switches or anything. Straight into the electrical service.
wow.
And I'm like, how did they get past that for all these years?
So, Ruin It, that is
Yep.
coming out awesome. I've had
That
you
is.
soloed so everybody could see what you're doing. And that is coming out fantastic.
I am just about done. I'm trying to wrap it up before the live ends.
All right, cool. I got about 13% battery left, so I'm going to go until it goes. If the live just dies, you guys know what happens.
All right, I'm good for that. I'm just looking at that mug and I'm thinking, gee, I don't think that's big enough for my cup of coffee.
I have a bigger one.
I have 3 coffee cups. 42, 24, and 64.
Which one's the best for you?
The best one that stays at work is 64 ounces. And I fill that up about 8 times a day.
Yeah. My problem with that is the coffee wouldn't stay hot enough.
This one stays hot. It's a stainless. It's built like a Stanley. Okay, it's stainless steel inside, stainless on the outside, and it's got the lead countersink in the bottom of it as a heat sink for the. Once that gets hot, it stays hot.
Right on.
Okay, that's sandwiched between the stainless steels, and everything else is foam insulation. And I can put boiling water in that at 8 o'clock in the morning. And if I left it, by the time I got to it at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it would still be piping hot. That's how brutally insulated it is. My problem is it takes so many of those K-cups to fill it in order to drink it.
See, but if I had a coffee cup that looked like that, I don't think I could drink out of it. It would just be put up somewhere to look at.
More than likely for me too, especially with what he's doing here.
Now, once you're done painting that, will you clear coat it with anything?
Absolutely.
What's your go-to clear coat?
Currently, I use PCX 45. It's a mid-solids automotive clear coat.
Is that the clear coat they use for the triple stage paint jobs nowadays?
It's what I use for everything. I'm about to upgrade to a high solids, but only so I don't have to do as many coats.
Yeah. I can understand that. I used to paint automobiles. I got out when they stopped, when they started with the clear coats more so than the color coats.
Gotcha.
And the funniest thing about it is everybody was always requesting me to do the paint work. Okay, and do the color matches. You want to know what the scary thing is? I don't
Colorblind.
see red. I don't see green. I'm colorblind,
Yep.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
but I can match the colors better than everybody else was in the shop.
That's it.
All right. I think that's it.
Yeah. Are we going to see the big reveal?
Start with the outside border.
Nice. Looks like you got some metallic flake in that paint.
Oh, heavy, heavy.
Heavy, heavy.
Bella! Can I trap right there?
No, don't trap the dogs in cabinets.
soon as we see the reveal, everybody, I'm going to have to go. I'm down to about 8%. So I'm going to
All
try
right.
and squeeze this out until the big reveal because I want to see how awesome this came out.
Yep.
But before, I want to thank everybody for being here. And it's been a great live. I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed talking to Runick and watching him do this paint job. And I've enjoyed you guys being here, participating so much in chat. I just can't thank you guys enough. And Small Woodlot, thank you again for joining us. You're always welcome. And I don't have enough to say about everybody. You guys are amazing and awesome.
Well, I keep tuning into your stuff there, Dallin, because there's a lot of things that you're reminding me I need to go ahead and keep my eye on when I'm doing woodworking and stuff like that.
All the dangerous stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, the dangerous stuff. I mean, I just got over a broken arm from September, okay? I went ahead and fell from a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Because of a wasp.
Yeah, because of a wasp. But I went ahead and broke
beautiful,
my arm.
Runick.
That's awesome.
How's that awesome breaking your arm because
No, this mug that he painted.
Ah.
I got my daughter Emily here. She's like, "How's that awesome that you broke your arm?" You gotta love kids. Gotta love kids.
I'm over here. I can get a game.
But
All right, Pilato, I'll look into it. Can somebody share Runick's page one more time? Because Matthew's asking. So if we can get one more sub to him, that would be awesome.
I'd appreciate the sub, and if you don't mind dropping a link to my Patreon, I would appreciate that too. I just added a cup of coffee tier to it, so for $2.50 a month, you get early access to my videos. No, not early access to the videos. You get tips or the behind the scenes stuff that I post, concept stuff, and basically buy me some coffee.
Cool.
So if it's something y'all can afford, I'd appreciate it. If you want a little bit more in depth, details there on the page.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna have to go ahead and end this because I am just about dead.
all right, well, let me go ahead and say good night, everybody. Have a great day or a great evening, and hopefully we'll bounce back together again in the next few days. All right.
All right.
That I lost my boat.
And that is so beautiful.
That is awesome.
Thank you, guys.
That's another level of craftsmanship right there.
Well, I appreciate y'all having me on, and tell Rusty I said thank you as well. And everybody have a blessed night. Have a great week. And I will see y'all Tuesday, noon on YouTube.
Awesome. All right.
Tuesdays I'm at work, Runick, but I'll go ahead and catch the replay. All right.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
All right. No problem. Enjoy.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.